Hi everyone, it's Cookie Lou 46 in Arizona. Um, just wanted to say hello. It's been a long time since I've been on. I haven't made a video in a while because I haven't had anything that great to talk about. I've been experiencing another stall, and I'm trying real hard to figure out what's been going on. I think I've come to the conclusion that my hair loss is continuing, not as bad as it was. I'm not coloring it. All the gray is coming out because the hairstylist said not to color it. So I went and had it cut, and it's still very thin, and it's try not to. It's dry on the ends. I try not to put hairspray or anything on there. So when I go to work, I wear my wig so that I look presentable. But I'm not coloring it, so I can't style it gray, and it's quite a mess, and it's quite bald spots here. So anyway, I wear my wig to work, and other than that, when I'm home or running about town, I just wear my little hairband and try to keep my hair as comfortable as possible. It's getting better. I'm not losing as much hair as I was. I notice there's not a lot of hair coming out in the comb, and when I shampoo it, it does still come out in my hands, but not as bad. So my main concern was that I'm not losing the pounds like I should be. I know I've had some tense moments where I've been a little nervous, and I've eaten more in a day than I should have. Try and eat healthy, and I made my own granola with lots of nuts and seeds, and there's a lot of fat in that, and I don't think that was a good thing to nibble on, although they say that you can have that. And I wasn't eating large portions of them, but I think still with the fat in nuts and seeds, I shouldn't be having them at all. But my calorie intake, and I tried to up it because of the hair. So I was from 758, 900. I went up to maybe 1,000, 1,1200. A couple of times I went as high as 1,600 calories in a day. I was eating a lot of protein, eating things I don't normally like to eat. I was eating a lot of turkey bites, the little sausage bites, and I would have that for lunch. Maybe 8 or 9 of those for lunch are real small. Probably maybe 120 calories worth of that. And I was eating beef jerky, which just the look of it, the thought of it makes me want to puke. But I figured, well, let me try eating that if I wanted to nibble on something. It was something in the form of protein that I could eat quick. So needless to say, I don't know, too much sodium, too much chemicals, too much crap in the food. Even the foods that we're told to eat on this diet are not really the best. It's all milk and cream and cheese and meat, fish, few vegetables, few fruits. So I don't know. I just don't feel that for me it's working well at all. I mean, I lost my 50 pounds, I gained 3 or 4, lost it. So I went into my, I decided to go back into my Netflix library, and I looked up some of the nutritional health films, documentaries that empowered me in the past when I first started dieting. And I've seen these films several times. I've even talked about them before on my videos, recommended them as a good viewing. That films that offer a lot of knowledge and information about nutritional health and about what society has approved for us to ingest as food. And we all have heard it before that most of the foods are processed foods. In the supermarkets are just garbage. And they tell us to stay away from them. They tell us to shop on the perimeter of the supermarket where we get our vegetables and all the fresh foods, and stay away from the center of the aisle so we don't get tempted by hamburger helper or anything stupid like that. So needless to say, I looked up my favorite movies again, and I do want to tag, if that's what this is. I don't know too much about tagging, but I'm going to tag all the people that watch my channel, and I'm going to ask them to tag the people who watch them, because I don't have that many people, you know. So people that have a lot of subscribers, I am going to ask you to watch these films that I have recommended before and will recommend again today, and ask your people to also watch them and give some feedback on what they thought about the information that the people in these films offer us. The first film, and I think it's one of the best, it's called Food Matters. Food Matters. It's an excellent film, and it talks all about fresh foods, about organic versus general farming foods and fruits and vegetables. And we have some wonderful doctors and scientists in that film. They give a lot of sincere, honest information about why the healthcare in our society is so screwed up. And a lot of it, most of it, all of it probably has to do with what we're eating. So Food Matters is my #1 choice. Second to that, one that partners with this in the way of information is called The Beautiful Truth. And it's very important that you watch that film. It's a very excellent film about a young boy who wrote a paper for school on nutritional health, and it takes you through his travels, the people that he met, and the knowledge that he gained about how to live healthy and better. So I'm definitely going to recommend those two films to you, Food Matters and The Beautiful Truth. Everyone has seen Fork Over Knives, and they all seem to like that. Lots of people have seen Food Inc. It makes you want to puke, the way they treat animals, the way they raise animals that produce the meats that we eat every day. And I don't know how far away we've come from the handling of animals that we had seen in that film, because I have still seen horrible films of cows being mistreated in dairy barns. And I mean, the films that I have seen pretty much relate to some monster demonic wacko that was beating the cows and torturing them and poking them with pitchforks. And I mean, this was caught on film by somebody who was investigating, and it was disgusting. And it was a farm in Iowa, and this man was totally taking out every form of aggression he had about the world on these poor cows. It was disgusting what he was doing to them. But that's another subject. So Food Inc. we've seen, Knives Over Forks, Forks Over Knives we've seen, and another one that I think is pretty good is Food Fight. So check those out and let me know what you think about them, because I think you'll enjoy learning more about the food we eat and how it's grown. Oh, there's another one that I want to mention that I really, really liked, and I think I've mentioned it before, but it all ties into the way our society, our planet is changing. The environment of our planet is changing. I mean, the Food Matters and the Food Fight and The Beautiful Truth, it goes into information about the air and the soil and the water and the way we're planting food, the way we're cropping food. But something that also coincides with this type of information is another one called The Vanishing of the Bees. I think that's the title, The Vanishing of the Bees. Very interesting. Beekeepers all over the states talk about how they have happy bees one day, and they check the hives, and the bees are doing what they're supposed to be doing, and then the very next day 140,000 bees are gone. Got a few dead ones on the floor, but they're just gone. They're vanished. Hives are empty. Queen's struggling on her own, dying. Nothing's going on. No productivity, and nobody knows why. So that's a good one. The Vanishing of the Bees. Watch that. Another one that I'm going to discuss really quickly is The one that was really good, it's fun to watch and it's very informational. It's called Fat, Sick, and Nearly Dead. Fat, Sick, and Nearly Dead. And it's about an Australian entrepreneur who was fat, sick, and nearly dead. And he had this disease, an autoimmune disease that was very unique and painful. And he would just go head to toe, blow out with hives over a handshake sometimes. So he decided to go on a fast, and he was doing a juicing fast. And he's went around the country with his juicer and a generator in the back of his car, and he was juicing his meals every day, and talking to people who were obese and people who weren't obese, and asking them if they know about juicing, if they know about the value of juicing, fasting, have they ever fasted, and everybody from 16 to 80 talked to him about it. And he finally was in Winslow, Arizona at a truck stop, and he saw this huge man. He was very obese. His name was Phil Staples. And he talked to Phil about the juicing. He brought him over to his car, juiced him up, a little mean green drink is what he calls it, with kale and apple and lemon and ginger and cucumber. And he asked him to try it, and he said, well, it's kind of, not bad, I guess. Told him that he used to be 330 pounds, and now he was down to close to his goal weight. He was doing this fast for 60 days. So the Australian man, by the way, his name is Joe Cross. Joe told him, worked for me, it'll work for you. The ironic thing about these two men meeting in the parking lot is they both had the same unique, rare immune deficiency disease. And Joe said, mate, I've got this. I've had it so many years. This fellow, Phil, had it for 4 years. And he said, I've never met anybody that actually had the same disease that I have. And he says, I guarantee you, if you try this juicing for 10 days, just 10 days, you'll feel a lot better. You'll lose probably a good 20 pounds or more. And if you feel you want to go 30 days, then that's even more beneficial. If you want to do the full 60 days, I guarantee you in 60 days, if you stick to the juicing the way I've been doing it, you will lose close to 100 pounds in 60 days. So the documentary follows both men on their journey to learning about juicing and losing weight. So anyway, I decided I'm going to try to reboot my system by doing a little juicing. I'm not going to be doing 30 days or 60 days, but I thought I would shoot for 5. And if I could do 5, maybe I'll shoot for 10. I need something to kind of clean and detox my system, and I definitely want to start moving the pounds off. I've got to start moving them off. I haven't lost additional pounds. I've only lost the pounds that I've regained. I haven't regained a lot. It was like 2 pounds, and then I lost it, and then I went up to like 3 or 4 pounds, and then I lost that. But it's been a month, and I should be at least 8 pounds lighter than I am. So anyway, I'm going to try the juicing. I'm going to give it a shot. And I'll keep in touch with you guys and let you know how it's working for me. And I'm still going to try to take some Isopure protein drink, and I'm going to stick some of my fiber powder in some of the juices and vegetable drinks that I concoct for myself to try to kind of keep proteins and fiber up in my body. And I'm gonna try it for 5 days, and we'll see what happens. So anyway, hello to all my friends out there. Hi Nisi. I say hi to Nisi. I say hi to Philly Tomcat and Pamela, because I really haven't been, I've been communicating with them, but I haven't made a video in a while. So anyway, nothing much to talk about. I do recommend that you watch these films and have your friends watch them if possible, and let's see what we all think about them. I know some of them of the juicing might seem extreme to some people, but when you watch the film and you see how it has helped these men, you have a different viewpoint of that. And some people might feel that the panic over the way our food is being grown and produced might be, well, what are we going to do about it? That's the attitude that most people have. The FDA does what they want to do, and if they say it's okay,